Hello, this is McD the Beast, and this is McD Sports 4 coming to you today with my Georgia Southern football predictions for the 2019 college football season. Before I continue, don't forget to hit that thumbs up button. Please subscribe to the channel. It would be greatly appreciated if you do that, and you won't regret it. We'll go through the pros and cons for Georgia Southern, then your best case and worst case scenario. Three toughest, three easiest games. Then we'll go through schedule game by game. I'll tell you which games are Georgia Southern winning and losing. Give you a score for each one as well, and then a final record prediction and conference record prediction. We'll have a quick note before I continue. Do not hold me to the game by game picks and the scores. Just hold me to the final record predictions at the end. So let's go through the pros and cons. One pro and one con. Your one pro is the defense. I do think the Georgia Southern defense is pretty good. I think it'll probably be the reason why you guys actually win some games this year. So I'm going to say the defense is your pro. Your one con is the offense. I don't think your offense is bad per se, but I'm going to be honest with you. You won that triple option, and the triple option is an offense that I think is easy to stop. You just got to guess which way they're going with the ball. That's all you have to do to stop the triple option, and especially against some of these teams you're facing, like LSU, for example, they're gonna shut that triple option down quickly. So I think that the offense is a con. To me, the triple option is just one of those offenses that it doesn't get you anywhere. So that's why I have the offense as a con. Now let's talk about your best case and worst case scenario. Here's the schedule right here in front of you. Best case scenario, 9-3. I look at this schedule. LSU, you're losing to. Minnesota, you're probably losing to. Louisiana isn't going to give me. Coastal Carolina isn't going to give me. Appalachian State is not giving me. At Troy, that's going to be a tough game. And then at Arkansas State, that's not going to be easy. So I think you probably lose at least 3 of those games. Worst case scenario, 6-6. You lose 6 out of the 7 games that I have mentioned. 3 toughest games: LSU, Minnesota, and Appalachian State. LSU doesn't need an explanation. Minnesota, they're a Power 5 team. People are pretty high on them. I'm not high on them at all, but I think that's going to be a tough game. You're on the road for that one. And then Appalachian State, you're on the road for that one. It's a Thursday night game. Appalachian State, definitely one of the better teams in the group of 5, and possibly even the best team in the Sun Belt. So that's going to be a tough one. 3 easiest games: Maine, New Mexico State, and Georgia State. Maine, FCS opponent. New Mexico State, a terrible team. And that's actually a homecoming game, by the way. So good job scheduling that. And then Georgia State, I just went with your easiest home game in the conference at that point. It's Georgia State, so that's why I choose Georgia State there. Let's go through the schedule game by game. I'll tell you which game I have Georgia Southern winning and losing. I'll tell you which games I have Georgia Southern and losing. First game, at LSU, lost 37-17. They'll score points in garbage time, but that's just about it. Next game, Maine at home, win. Should beat them without problem, 42-7. Georgia Southern. Next game, at Minnesota, loss. Minnesota, listen, they're gonna. I do think you guys could hang with Minnesota for about a half, but Minnesota is just gonna be too good. 41-22, Minnesota. Get your first bye week. Every team has 2 bye weeks this year because of how the calendar aligns with the schedule. Coming off the bye week, Louisiana went back and forth with this one. Louisiana, the Raging Cajuns, they're definitely one of the better teams in the Sun Belt. I gave you guys the window by a touchdown, 38-31. You guys are coming off a bye week. I think you guys will be well rested, and I think you guys pick up the W there. Next game, Thursday night game on the road against South Alabama. Win. They're terrible, 40-20. Georgia Southern. Then you get your second bye week. Coming off the second bye week, Coastal Carolina at home. I gave you guys the win. I think Coastal Carolina has the potential to be one of the better teams in the Sun Belt, but the games at home for Georgia Southern, give me them by 2 touchdowns, 34-20. Next game is your homecoming game against New Mexico State. Win, 47-16. New Mexico State's terrible. I think you guys beat them without a problem. Next game, Thursday game on the road against Appalachian State. I went back and forth with this one. If you already saw the Appalachian State football prediction video, you already know who I have in this one. And unfortunately for Georgia Southern, I did have to go with Appalachian State. I think last year you guys beat them by 20. at home, and when they were ranked 25 in the 25th best team in the country, which is probably one of the biggest wins in a very long time if you're Georgia Southern. I went back and forth though. I gave it to them only because it's in Boone, North Carolina. It's not in Jonesboro. I think that's where you guys, or Statesville, wherever you guys play, is South Georgia. So yeah, it's a weird game Thursday night. Could be tough. 28-20, Appalachian State. Next game at Troy. This is a tough game as well. Troy to me is a tick worse than Appalachian State. But they're still a pretty damn good team. I went back and forth with it. I gave Troy the win by 2 points. Once again, you're on the road for this one. I'm gonna give it. I'm gonna give it to Troy here, 37-35. Troy. Next game, Louisiana Monroe win 35-17. Mediocre team, could sneak up on a few teams though, but give me Georgia Southern in this one, 35-17. Next game at Arkansas State. I went back and forth with this one. Arkansas State. We just did a football prediction video. Go check that out. I think it's gonna be a good game. It's on the road for Georgia Southern. I think you guys go in there and get the win. It might be a bit bold saying that. You guys might be underdogs actually going into this game. But I'm going to say you guys go in there and get the win, 38-33. Arkansas State, I think, is just at least a step below Georgia Southern. Then your final game, Georgia State at home, win. You should beat them without problem, 44-9, Georgia Southern. So that's all the games right there. If you count up all the wins and losses, I had Georgia Southern going 8-4 with a 6-2 conference record. 8-4 with a 6-2 conference record. Pretty good season. Might be enough to get into the Sun Belt Championship game. I'm looking at my Appalachian State football predictions right now to tell you if it's enough. And my Troy ones as well. I think you guys have the same record as Troy, and they will hold the tiebreaker there. So I don't know if you guys will. Actually, you guys actually have a better conference record than Troy. So you guys are ahead of Troy, and you guys are. Appalachian State. I have it right here. Unfortunately, the Appalachian State had them better than you guys. So you guys probably going to come in second in the Sun Belt East or whatever they call it. But anyways, pretty good season. Make a bowl game. That's always good. That's always good news. 8-4, 6-2 conference record. Comment down below. Tell me what you think. Always like hearing from y'all. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to hit the thumbs up button. Please subscribe to the channel. Greatly appreciate if you do that. Thanks for watching. This is T the Beast signing off.